In the video I'll give you a little review here. I actually wanted to look at the video first before giving you any strength recommendations because it's actually really helpful to view video and then give someone some strength recommendations, not the other way around. So it's nice timing that you sent this video. I actually like to watch it at full speed sometimes, which is why I drag the video like this to see it at full speed. I can tell you're double pulling with your skate gear on, so it's hard to break it down too much, like with specific double pull technique in mind, but you're fundamentally doing like a lot of things right here. It looks really good. Your hips are coming up into a high position. You can see that there. Your arm swing actually looks better doing this than it does in the skating, which I like. I like how you come from here, you've just finished your follow through, and you bring your hands and hips up kind of in a more synchronized fashion than you are actually while you're V2ing. So that's all really good stuff. You have a nice forward lean. Pulls strike the pavement here. That's good. Your distance between your elbow and your pull shaft are looking pretty good there. Your pulls are striking the ground just in front of your bindings. That's great. I can tell you're working on having like a nice little knee drop. And to me, I can tell that's something that you've been working on. This little compression that you do right there with the knees. To me, it looks a little bit superficial in that it's like you're having to remind yourself to like then go down with the knees versus having it happen right here. Right here is the position. Right when your pull tips strike the ground is where you could be in a slightly more rolled forward position so that your hips would be actually slightly more on top of your knees and your knees would be pressing down over your toes. So you get there eventually right here. You flex your shins. But I'd like to see this aggressive shin flex actually happen further up in the pulling motion right there. And that could actually be because of the skate gear, because your pulls are so long. So I'd be interested to see a pass with classic length pulls. So hopefully that makes sense. So right there is where we want to see a little bit more knee compression, not coming right there towards the end of your pulling motion. But weight and body position look really solid. Your application of power looks really good, so nice job. Let's look at this skating real quick. Really nice knee drive. Love that. You're doing a really good job of having an aggressive knee drive. That's helping you push a lot of speed down the track, so that's really good. To me, your lower body motions look really powerful. You look balanced on your skis, which is great. Like you're really gliding on a single ski really nicely right there. Your kick looks complete. Your skate push looks complete all the way through the midfoot. So those are kind of the basic things I look for right away, and you're really crushing that out. Like you're doing a really good job of riding this high ski. Like your hips are in a really good position over your knee and your foot. So keep doing that. That's awesome. Again, it's hard to see in slow motion. I'd love to see some fast, actually full speed clips. But what I can notice from this is kind of the biggest thing is in your pull retrieval. You're losing a little bit of momentum. So you can see right here, you've just finished your follow through, more or less. And what you're going to notice here is you do something that a lot of skiers do. It's pretty common. Your elbows are going to be the first thing to come up. So watch your elbows. They come up about 4 inches, whoop, right there. And you're left in this position. Your hips are already on the way up. So your hips are actually kind of starting to come up and ride your gliding ski, but your elbows are kind of pointed out behind you. And then your arms come through in a more straight line through the torso, then back up to eye level. So instead of doing this to the top, we actually want to finish your follow through somewhere in here where your hips are back and your arms are back. And now we want to bring the hands directly up through and kind of bring the hips with them versus hips go first, elbows go up, and then the hands come forward. So we want to tie that motion a little bit better. So you've just finished your follow through here. Now we want the hands to kind of stay low more or less by the waistline, which will help generate more momentum down the track and help bring your hips up with them. And it's kind of like the amount of momentum you can generate from having your hands and hips up come up together is really beneficial versus this slightly more staggered. Hips are forward, arms are coming through just a touch late with the bent elbow. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll come at you with some more strength recommendations. Nice work.